So I have decided to make my own, and I saw a video on YouTube. I think it might have been Shannon Green. So if it is you, thank you for the inspiration on using a gift bag as a cover. So I think I'm going to use a gift bag, and I guess the beauty of being able to make your own journal is that you can decide what paper to put in. And I have this, I do work primarily in watercolour, and I have this Crawford and Black watercolour pad that I got from, I got it from the works, and it was only £2.99 for 18 sheets. I mean, it is by all means not the greatest watercolour paper in the world. It's okay. It's not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination, but it's fairly good price, you know. I mean, it's normally £4.99, but who can argue with £2.99? Because at the end of the day, my journal's going to have a lot in it, and I could use better quality watercolour paper, but it's, you know, let's face it, it's really expensive. And I think that was an internal battle for me, was kind of like, you know, sort of struggling with the price, because I do use my journals a lot and I do abuse them, and paper is really expensive, but then equally I want to be able to put a lot in it, and I want to be able to abuse it and not worry that it was really expensive paper. So yes, so I have just started by tearing the paper out and folding signatures up. So far I've got 3 signatures of 5. I'll probably do 5 signatures of 5, and I just might use the cardboard at the back of this folder to kind of use as covers to make this a bit sturdier, because I think this is just going to be too floppy for everything that I'm going to put it through. But I just need to work out whether I'm going to bind like directly through the the paper bag, or whether I'm going to do the same binding system that I did in this one, which is I bound all the pages to a piece of card and then stuck the card in onto the spine. So that's what I need to work out. But yeah, for now I'm going to work on folding up my signatures and then deconstructing the paper bag. Okay, so I just wanted to do an update for you on where I am. So this is my bag that's now starting to resemble something like a journal. I did cut the baseboard from the paper. I couldn't think what it was called then. So basically what I did is this is my folded signatures, and I just measured how big that I would want the covers to be, which actually I have done quite big. A lot bigger than I needed to do, but you know, doesn't matter. And then I just glued the base, so I've got a cover, and then I made a spine. And what I'm going to do is, I have this piece left over from the bag, so I'm going to actually bind onto this bit here like that, and then I shall stick that there to cover that up, so that looks a bit neater. And then also what I do, so the signatures will be in there like that. I shall probably, if it's big enough, no, it's not big enough. No, what I was going to say is I was going to glue that down so to cover the inside, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be, no, it's not going to be big enough. So scratch that. You live and learn. You live and learn. I have to say, drawing and painting, I love, hands down, I love. Actually physically creating things, I'm not very good, but we try. For example, it's all a bit wonky. I know it gives it character, like I haven't cut it very straight, so the back is bigger than the front, and I've already ripped it in 2 places, one there and one there. So, you know, I'm not the world's best creator of actually making physical things, but I love painting and drawing. So I glued it down just in the way I used to sort of cover books when I was at school. But what I wish I had done is I wish I'd put some glue on the base before I wrapped this round, because it's kind of a bit, you can feel that there's like some air under there. So I wish I'd basically glued that down and made it all a bit tighter. But, you know, we'll keep going with it, and I'm still having feelings on, you know, should I have just bought a journal, or have I done the right thing in making it, you know. So I'm going to keep going with it, because at the end of the day I can always take the paper back out again and start again. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll give you a progress report soon. Hey guys, bit of an update. You have to excuse the glare, it's later in the day now. So yeah, I've bound all my signatures into that blue scrap there. As I say, I am a bit higgledy-piggledy, but they're not 100% lined up, but they are good enough. So now that just needs to get glued into my journal there. And someone asked me before on my other journal as to whether these hold up being bound onto a card and then stuck down. In my experience they do, but what I tend to do is I tend to just tape, just use some like masking tape, and I just tape over the binding like that. And then when I actually come to use the journal, I very often, you know, just put some tape on the inside as well, just to kind of reinforce the binding. But so I tape over all the binding, and then I use glue, and I use 2 lots of glue. I use double-sided tape, and then some like PVA or something, so it's got 2 sorts of adhesive to stick it in, and I've never really had a problem with that. So touch wood, my dears. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry on finishing her off, and I'll show you when it's done. So, different day, different clothes, but it's done. Ta-da! So this is my, oh, did you hear that? Oh, that was, oh, I won't do it now, but that sound was just delicious. Oh, it won't do it now. It won't do it. So, it's quite sturdy, which is good. That backing was quite sturdy. It just needs to settle down a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty good. I haven't done anything with the inside of the covering at all. The reason being is because I very often, like, if you can't get a pen to work or something like that, I very often need like a piece of scribble pad or whatever. So I've left the back covers plain so that I can like scribble on it and not worry if I need to get a pen started, and then I can just cover it up when I'm finished. Same, I haven't really decorated the front or back at all because the journal hasn't spoken to me yet about what it wants to be. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will speak to me at some point. I have ripped it in a couple of places. That was my fault by just slapping it around the room and stuff. But I am not worried about that. I mean, my last journal I taped up, and I think it's all part of the journey and part of the interest with your journal, that it shows that you've used it and it's been through life with you. I just find that that adds to the character and the charm, all those little nooks and rips and paint splodges and all that kind of stuff. So yes, but I'm happy with it. Got my paper all in there, ready to go. I haven't done anything with it yet. The binding is in there really nice and tightly. That's not going to go anywhere. If I'm doing something that's like really, really wet, I should probably put some masking tape down the crease there, just to kind of, you know, just to really help support the binding and everything. I don't do that on every page, just sometimes. So yeah, so we've got plenty of room there for it to expand as and when I put more stuff in there. So yeah, I'm really excited to start using this little baby now. So there we go, it is finished. A labour of love. Halfway through, I felt like, have I done the right thing? You know, should I have just bought a journal? But yeah, now it's done. I'm really happy with it, really pleased with it, and I can't wait to get started. So next week I shall do you a flip of this journal, because this journal is now finished. See what I mean? It's all taped up on the spine and it's been through stuff and I love it. It's been taped up like 3 times. It's got masking tape on it, it's got washi tape, it's got sellotape on it, and it's just I just think it's gorgeous. So yeah, this little beauty needs to see some action. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Bye.